Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Folahan Oyelekan. This hour I'm discussing Second Class Citizen, Chapter 10, titled Applying the Rules. In Chapter 9, Ada is already delivered from the hospital and is now at home. So let's see what happens in Chapter 10. Let's go. Chapter 10, Applying the Rules. It is a cold winter period when the atmosphere is thick with fog that at times one may not be able to see beyond her foot in front. The fog is always thick on the roof and ground, and everywhere appears white. Ada and the children do not feel the cold much, since the living room serves many purposes, including the kitchen. The only thing they have outside the room is the toilet. Much heat is supplied while cooking. Ada pities Francis, who has been out to work for 2 weeks. She feels guilty for allowing him to work under the terrible weather. This shows how humane and considerate Ada is. Francis also worsened it by complaining about how difficult the work of a postman in England is during Christmas. So Francis is now working as a postman. He distributes a letter about. A postman is expected to carry a big bag of letters and parcels on his back up the stairs and from one floor to the other. He complains that the work is humiliating and killing. The fearful aspect of the job is the English dog butchering a black man. Francis says that it has happened to somebody before. The picture in Ada's mind is that of a particular man named Christian who dresses like Robinson Crusoe. She compares him with Francis. All of a sudden, while moving about, English dogs barking like mad will chase him to butcher him, while the owner will be standing there laughing. This thought remains in her memory that each morning Francis leaves for the post office. She is always pessimistic about seeing him again for the fear of the dog. Ada takes Titi, who is now 3 years old, to a playground at Lyndrat Hall. It is a 5-minute walk from Willis Road. She finds it difficult to walk well because it is her first time walking such a distance after the operation in the hospital, coupled with the snow on the ground because it is winter season. They are now in winter season and where they experience much cold. Her legs are so weak and she sees various colorful balloons in the air. This makes her be cautious while walking. She now discovers that she is not well and then blames herself for pitying Francis for the nature of the job and even for allowing him to work at all. She then feels that if her health remains like this, she may not be able to achieve her goals of becoming a librarian at the writer at 40. She is now determined to be indifferent to whatever happens to Francis. At the play group, the woman running the place congratulates her on the birth of her baby. She pities her for stressing herself coming to her place because she looks tired. The woman then promises to return Titi to her home after closing and picks her up in the morning while coming. On her way home, Ada sees another black student working as a postmistress. She's a woman and she does the job joyfully with a big bag on her back. Ada then wonders if the woman is not aware of the dogs and the weight of the bag. The black band has complained by her own husband. Ada stops intermittently on the way to rest. When she finally gets home, she sleeps immediately. Francis comes back in the evening, complaining again about the job. Ada does not even respond to his complaints. It is now the Christmas period. Ada tells people that her husband is a Jehovah's Witness, hence they don't celebrate Christmas. Ms. Noble is surprised by this and asks if they will not buy any presents for their children. The inquisitive woman then tells Ada that she did not see them celebrate Christmas in October, since Ada said that the Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Jesus was born in October. Christmas is not celebrated by the family because there is no money. and Ada believes that God will understand. What worries Ada's most is her children not having toys for Christmas, while other children have. She is comforted when a parcel of toys arrives from her boss at North Finkley Library. She resolves not to buy any more toys, but to spend her money on food. Ada is surprised how the nobles bought toys without payment. Panobu then explained how possible it is and that it is not possible to run away like in Nigeria. The eve of Christmas is extremely cold and Ada has to stay indoor. Everywhere is silent. No fireworks, no masquerade and bell ringing. While Francis goes downstairs to watch programs on the Nobles TV, Ada is indoor with her children. She entertains them with songs, urging them to go and sleep, and there's a big surprise for them the following day. Ada observed that one of Vicky's ears is bigger than the other. She touches the hair, but the boy does not feel any pain. She just rubs Vaseline on it and goes to sleep. On Christmas morning, there is so much silence on the street. Miss Nobles invites the children to a tea party. Her room is well decorated in Christmas paper, shining and bright. Ada dresses Titi in a new red dress. She tells her to make sure she finishes the food given to her by Mrs. Noble, so that the woman will not be angry with her. She also tells her to stay quiet so as not to mess up the new white tights. Ada then proceeds to Vicky and discovers that the hair is now bigger and he is unusually quiet. Ada is confused and asks herself whether it is meningitis that is coming back again or another form of sickness. She immediately calls Francis from Noble's apartment where he is watching television. You remember that Vicky had meningitis before, earlier in this novel. Let's continue. Francis rushes up immediately because Ada does not used to call him for anything like that. Ada then tells him about Vicky's big ear, and Francis instantly suggests calling a doctor to attend to them on Christmas Day. He says that doctors are always ready to deliver their services when called on. Francis says further that it is not like in Nigeria where one may not get their services on Christmas Day. Francis walks out of the house to put a call through to the doctor. Ada is woken from her thought of Vicky's not surviving the sickness by a sort of argument on the street. She is however surprised to see Francis with two policemen. Ada is further disturbed that if Francis is jailed and Vicky dies, it means he's going to take care of the remaining children. Francis and the policemen are coming upstairs. Ada's thought is on why Francis is involved with the police. As Francis in his present mood murdered the doctor, Ada's fear is allayed by one of the policemen with a mustache, telling them that the Indian doctor will not come because it is Christmas, but another doctor will come. Ada then understands that Francis went to the place when the Indian doctor will not come. A Chinese doctor comes to attend to them. While observing Vicky, the doctor notices something itching his bottom and he scratches it. He stands up from the chair and asks whether there is a bug in the house. Ada is ashamed of herself for this. The doctor realizes how they feel. He now says, "My grandmother in China used to kill bugs this way." He gesticulates how the mother used to kill bugs and get cigarette things and put the feet of the bed in them for the bugs to fall into the things filled with water. Ada and his husband apologize to the doctor for taking him out on Christmas Day. The doctor tells them not to worry and leaves after giving them a letter to take to their doctor. Francis opens the letter they are supposed to take to the doctor and the content is that Vicky has been bitten by a bug. This seems embarrassing to Francis. He had earlier gone to the place when he felt that Vicky was dying and the Indian doctor would not come, since doctors are to attend to emergencies anytime. The fear of Vicky's illness is allayed when it's found out that it's only beaten by the bugs in Barnabas' house. So the boy is beaten by the bug in Barnabas' house. So the fear of Ficky's illness is allayed when it is found out that he is only beaten by the bugs in Barnabas' house. This illness issue occupies most of their time. To celebrate Christmas, they just eat their boiled rice and the leftover jellies brought by Mrs. Noble are given to Ficky. But he cannot eat them because it is strange to him due to its color. So that's the end of this chapter. So we'll meet in another chapter. If we need links to the chapter have earlier discussed here, just write in the comment box that I will send the link to you, and I will do just that. Thank you.